Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is John Moody of A Moody Mystery. I'll make sure. Okay, just calm down the download a little bit. Okay. I want to welcome you to Friday nights, and of course, Fridays is Commodore 64, where we play the best and coolest Commodore 64 games, at least in my opinion. And so John Moody of Moody Mystery decided to pick Silent Service Submarine Simulation. I actually was introduced to this game in college. It was someone who had a Commodore 64 and actually played with it, enjoyed it. Eventually, it took a little bit, but I eventually convinced my parents to, I actually had it in my room, eventually convinced my parents to let me have a Commodore. And this was one of the games that I actually played on it, and was actually somewhat responsible for bringing my GPA down a little bit. Okay, so how it works? Couple you can just do torpedo gun practice. It's basically kind of gets you the feel of the game. Convoy actions, I've never done that one, so I don't know. The one I usually do is war patrols. So we're going to go with 3. Okay. We go with number 3. Okay, now there's a couple different ones we can go with. The one I've always gone with is the USS Tang. The main reason is because it's fairly modern, so you don't have the issue of possible dud torpedoes. But also it has the coolest orange powder drink. Hee hee hee. So we're gonna go with that one. Okay, now this identify the Japanese Type I destroyer. All this really is just a matter of copy protection. So what happened is, of course, you know, there was a lot of different games that could copy discs, like Fast Hack 'em. I actually had a disk backup that could do that. And so what programmers did, they started putting things in to make sure that no one that you actually legitimately had the game. Now, what one person in my residence hall did is they actually went through all of the possibilities. And so they had a little card that says, so this is what you look for. Because, like, you know, for example, like, you know, like there's a couple of these have deck guns. You know, if you look at the right sides, they're all different. Now, what I've done, okay, great. Okay, well, guess what? Guess what has happened? Okay, so I'm actually going to go to my other computer and see if I can find the file here. Let's see, what's the name of the file? Okay, it looks like Silent Service. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look on my other computer to see if there's somewhere. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, it looks like I has only one tower, so I'm going to go with the one that only has one tower, which is 4. Okay, good. Okay, so here where I'm going to go with level 2. So here's where we go with, let's see, port repairs only, yes. Expert destroyers, yes. Okay. So this is where we're going to go with. We're going to go with Lieutenant. Okay, so now our game is loading. Okay, so we're going to... Okay. Okay, so we have 52 days fuel, press F7 to patrol. So what we're doing is we're actually going to go... Okay, so we're going to go towards the coast of Japan. Okay, so we're gonna. So right now we're on patrol. We're looking for enemies. Okay. Aha! We found some. Good. Okay. Okay. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go to a periscope view, and we're gonna do right full. Let's see. So we're going to do full left rudder until we find some ships. Okay, so we're going around. Let's see, come on. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Okay. Now it looks like, okay, I just see 2 ships. Now if there's only 2 ships, I don't know if okay, there's 3. I don't know if I'm going to spend a lot of time on them because now it's going to take a while to catch up to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to up the time scale a little bit. This makes things go faster. Okay, now we've seen them. Okay, so that's a destroyer. They look to be a cargo ship and a cargo ship. Now what I'm going to do is I'll tell you what, because of the nature of the cargo ships, I'm just going to decline. I'm just going to pass on this battle. And the reason being is because if you have ships going like 10 knots, that means that they're elite. So let's look at some. Okay, so we're gonna do right rudder this time. We're gonna do full right. So we're gonna. Now it looks like if there is a single ship, I mean, it's usually not worth it. Again, speed up the time scale. Okay, oh, I see 3. Ooh, there's 4. Okay. Oh, 5. Okay, I'm gonna get ready soon to go to normal time scale. Okay, it looks like they have 2 destroyers here. I actually see if they come at us at different angles, we could probably take on 2 destroyers. The location of nuclear submarines is a closely guarded. I'm doing well, Wild Dog. Thank you for dropping on in for your stream. I'm just going to throw out a shot there, let them know that I'm here. Yeah, I'm doing great. It's Friday. Okay. They've noticed. Now the best part about this game is what I thought about doing is see what I can do now is wait, are there 3 destroyers? Are there 3 freaking destroyers? You know what? One destroyer I can handle. 2 destroyers I can handle. 3, yeah. 3 I can't handle. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I'm gonna be a chicken. You know what the fun part about this game is? I can make a joke. And so I can have things like surface, dive, right rudder, and call them all sub-commands. Okay, I see a gauge right there which has a blue needle to it. The blue needle means colder water, so I can hide better. Well, Wild Dog, usually I submerge like if a destroyer is coming at me. What I'll do is I'll fire a torpedo or 2 at it. Then right after that I submerge. Because what happens is in case I don't hit the destroyer, if it's coming at me, it'll probably ram me. No, it will ram me. And so I want to get out, and so I essentially want to get out of the way. It's kind of like hit and run. It's like, shoot at the destroyer, and then dive just in case you miss. Because if you miss, what they start doing, they start dropping. They start dropping depth charges and all that fun stuff. Now I'm going to see if it'll let me go again. Okay, so I've escaped. So I'm going to continue patrolling. Okay, good. We got more enemies. Okay, so it looks like they are to the south of us. Okay, so let's get the periscope up. Okay, and again, it's at night, so Okay, as I said, they were about to the south of us, so let's go after them. So we're gonna... Okay, so we have maximum time scale, which speeds things up. Okay. Okay, looks like we have 2 destroyers. We also have a tanker. Okay. Yep, the silent service not any get any kudos. They just wanted to... Had you played Bobby Goes Home? I don't think I have. Don't think I have. I don't know if it's a Commodore 64 game. Okay. Flux 101, if you say that's right up your alley, there's only one thing to do. Give it a try. Okay, now I'm decreasing the engines, okay? I'm going to let them know I'm here. Okay, so you see, now they're coming at me. So this one's coming at me. So it's getting really close. Okay. I don't know about y'all. I'm getting out of Dodge. Send one ping, one ping. Yes, we sunk them both. Woohoo! Thank you, hey Pez Johnson. Thank you for dropping on in. Yes. Well, I'm glad to hear. I'll tell you what, all the cool people are here today. Okay, we're gonna go back to the surface. Let's pull up the periscope because guess what? We still have a tanker to destroy. Somewhere out here there's a tanker. And we need to... Oh ho! Ooh! So it looks like the tanker is moving. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to immobilize it with my gun. Okay. So now I've got it down to 1 knot. So now it's time to finish off the tanker. Now, if I look at my torpedoes, you actually see I have 6 and 7. The 6 refers to my what we call aft torpedoes. And the easiest way to think of aft torpedoes is I sometimes thinking of them of ass torpedoes. In other words, they come out the rear. They're very tough. I mean, if you're playing normally, they're very tough to like execute, but this is the time when I break them out. This is the time when I usually break them out because I've got an immobilized ship, and usually I like to finish them off with the aft torpedoes. So I'm going to turn around a little bit. Probably about 100 degrees or so. Okay, so I'm going to turn. Okay, don't know. I'm just going to stop. Think it's here. So now I'm going to... Now, one thing you do is if you want to see where it is, you actually can... So my heading... So you notice my heading is 019. That's the direction that the ship is pointed. The bearing is the direction that the periscope is in. So when now, since I'm more than 90 degrees away from the target, notice that it fires an aft torpedo. And this is where I'm going to use them. Bye-bye. Okay, so now we sunk 2 destroyers and a tanker. Okay, so why don't we go after more ships? Let's go after more. Okay, oh crap, F8. Okay. Yep, and the tanker, yep. Okay, again, it looks like they're about 180 degrees. There looks like they're south of us, so we're gonna open up the periscope. Now, so far, all of our encounters have occurred at night. And one thing about night is you really can't use this periscope to help. Despite what you may have seen on that movie Down Periscope, maybe what we need to do instead, they need to give us an option where it's bad weather and we can all sing Louie Louie and make the enemies think we're a bunch of beard up fishermen. Apparently, a night vision has not been invented yet. Now, if there's only 2 ships here, I may not go for it because 2 ships really isn't worth my time. Actually, the shirt I'm wearing says Northview Nights, so I guess you can say I do have night vision. Okay. Yep, with a silent letter to boot. It reminds me of the joke. Why can't you hear the pterodactyl go number 1? Because the P is silent. Again, that's a thing I decided to forego just because there's only 2 ships. Okay, here we don't know where they are. So again, it's just going to be... Okay, here we go. We see 3 ships. Hopefully only one of them is a destroyer. If we have 2 or all 3 are destroyers, I'm probably going to just again bail out. So that's obviously a destroyer. Okay, oh good. It looks like a destroyer and 2 cargo ships, so we're good. So let's start going towards the destroyer. We want to get close enough to the destroyer. Let's do an F7, see what time it is. Okay. Let's go back to the periscope. Okay. We're not gonna ping the destroyer yet. Yeah, Pez Johnson, I don't know if you're still here. I actually remember that Down Periscope movie where it was like single ping only. Okay. So we're still pursuing the destroyer. See, one trick you can use is if this were like daytime, you actually can dive down a little bit to just above periscope depth, and you can and that'll actually give you a little bit of a head start with diving in case you miss the destroyer. You at least may be able to avoid it setting some depth charges. Holy shnikes! Now that, by the way, is, I would say, a 1 in 1,000 occurrence. You know, what I did is I just sent a warning shot to the destroyer, and I actually hit him. I mean, that is like, hitting a destroyer with a gun is like. But I'm going to slow it down just because it knows I'm out there, and it's probably ticked off that I hit it. Okay, looks like I hit it. Okay, got an insult redemption. Got a redemption for some insults. Okay, actually got a good insult. Well, you know what? I'm actually I thought I was amazed that you don't float away because you're full of hot air. But then I realized that the reason you don't float because you're full of hot air is because you've got so much lead in your butt. Okay, so now we're going to pursue these cargo ships. Okay, so this one's a little bit closer, so I'm going to go after this one. All right, now we're getting the redeems. Now for the dance redeem, I'm actually going to dance while I'm waiting. Take this off. It's time to dance. Okay. Hope you enjoyed it. And now my heart rate is almost 100. Hey, I could always use the exercise. So we're going to. Okay. It looks like judging by the way the yardage is changing, it looks like this cargo ship is actually coming towards me. Not by much. Now, what gun deflection does, if you have a ship that's pulling away from you, you can account for that by saying, hey, okay. So now here we go through the process of trying to okay, good, we got a hit. Ooh. Now you notice how the speed of the ship went from 7 to 3. In D&D terms, that's like a critical hit. Or what I'm going to call a direct hit. So in other words, we hit it directly. Okay, so now we're... Oh, wait! I thought, ooh, D&D, that's Dungeons and Dragons. Or in other words, I'm going to call that like a direct hit. I shouldn't probably call it a critical hit because it's... Okay, so this one looks like it's trying to... Okay, we gotta grind my gears redemption. Okay, so we're gonna stop this. The ship's not going anywhere, so we're gonna use the same trick that we used before. We're gonna... Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, I've got fire. I've got a really good one. I've got a really good one. There's been articles written about this. Okay. Now, nowadays, when you go to a lot of places, even, let's say, places like Panera and Starbucks, they actually, what they do is they actually ask for your tip, ask for a tip amount, even before you ever place an order. I mean, or when you place the order, it's like the next, before you even pay, they say tip amount. I'm sorry, but if you have not, and it's kind of gray, it's like, hey, it's like, makes me wonder, if I don't tip you, are you going to spit in my food? That being said, if I do tip you, you have no real incentive to provide good service. And I think it's a lot of the POS systems. That's the way they're configured nowadays. They're configured for a to pre-tip. Now, it's... And so asking you for a tip beforehand. And that's actually why I like our local Fazoli's. Because our local Fazoli's, they actually have that. But every time I've been in there, the person behind the counter has always pressed no tip. And the other thing with that is, let's say I were to tip, who gets it? Does my server really get the tip? Or is it one of those things where, okay, this is the first time we've actually done a day scenario. Oh, And we found the thing pretty quickly. Now it looks like a single ship. If it is a single ship, I'm just gonna go. But yeah, that pre-tipping, that just really grinds my gears, you know. You know, because I'd rather make sure that the right person gets it. Whereas if it's in the POS system, you don't know. I don't know if this is a single ship or if this is going to separate into more than one ship. But if it's just going to be a single ship, which is a destroyer, I don't see any reason to. Although I may still do so. I may still do that just to be safe. But Fire, I'm not only glad to see you're back, I'm also glad to see you doing some redeems. I've kind of missed them a little bit. Okay, this is a single destroyer, so guess what? We're just going to shut it down, hope the destroyer doesn't see us. And we're just going to go on our merry way. Okay, but we're starting to get a bit... Okay. Thanks. I try to have some good insight, you know. The other thing about tipping is a lot of times they actually have you tip on the amount, the suggested tips are tips after tax. And I'm like, it should be before tax. This is just, again, my opinion. I don't tip on tax. Okay. I'm going to go after it. It may only seem like one ship, but you never know. It's been known to separate. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you think I have a lot of good insight. Right now, I'm still trying to look for new positions. I've sent out some feelers, but I haven't heard anything yet. Oh boy, what voice impression do you think I do best? Oh boy. Well, I think I would say I probably have about. I'm not sure if this is the opinion universally shared, but okay. But I think my top three are GHWB, George Herbert Walker Bush, the Saturday Night Live. I'd say Ross Perot from Saturday Night Live. And then I'll also say Squidward from, from SpongeBob. Oh, great. It's Patrick and SpongeBob. Oh, great. Dumb and Dumber. I mean, sheesh, if I could just play my clarinet in pace. And one thing I've even thought about doing at some point is I'm actually getting close to my second stream anniversary. And so what I may do for that I may do the Clippies. You know, because I haven't looked at all of the clips. Well, if I wasn't working, I probably would do a 24-hour stream. You know, I thought about at least maybe like starting the Clippies where I pick 5, 10, maybe some clips that I think are the best, and you vote. Uh-oh. Now the reason that I dived is because the destroyer actually fired at me. the destroyer actually fired at me, so anytime the destroyer fires at you, you want to dive to get out of the way. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to dive a little bit more. Yep, I'm going to go. Why don't I finish this destroyer first, and then we'll do George Herbert Walker, an old GHWB impersonation. Come on, oh shit! Okay, let's hope I destroy it, because if I don't, I think I'm in the... Okay, I'm going to surface, and then I'm going to wait. I'm going to do the impersonation, and then I'm actually going to take a brief break. Okay, so let's break out the periscope. Okay, you're going to hit the W for waiting. Okay, so, and most of the Herbert Walker Bush's things came during the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. So I'm like, hello, American people. We're obviously at war with Iraq. Now, what we're doing is we have a plan. We're going to go to Iraq and invade. We need to teach that Saddam Hussein a lesson. Saddam Hussein, bad, very bad. And we'll show Mr. Saddam Hussein our 1,000 points of light. Remember, 1,000 points of light. Good. Saddam Hussein, bad, very bad. We could attack Saddam Hussein now, but we shouldn't do that. We need to build up our military, Attack now, one by prudent. No. And so, American people, I urge you to support this war against the evil Saddam Hussein. Remember, America, good. 1,000 points of light, good. Saddam Hussein, bad, very bad. Okay. Okay. What probably should be happening soon is there's going to be an ad break that's coming up soon. Now, what I usually do with ad breaks is I use that as a time to refill my cup. Maybe take a bathroom break, whatnot. Okay. Okay, our ad break is now over, so I'm going to do is I'm going to, so, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to pursue these, I'm now going to go after these, it's actually virgin grape juice. It's actually non-alcoholic, just ordinary grape juice. It's a kind of a special blend that has some, like, little more vitamins and minerals. Really? I don't know why my game decided to just, go immediately to map mode, but irritating as heck. Now, there may be a second destroyer in this branch. Ooh. Whoa. Holy shnikes, there's some... Okay, this ship's pretty darn close, so we're going to keep an eye on it. Ah, a troop ship, I like it, I like it. Troop ships are pretty darn good. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for it to get within about 1,200 yards. That's usually when we can start shooting at it and hitting it with regularity. Based on the change in yardage, I think it's coming slightly towards us. Okay, it's looking pretty big. I'm going to slow it down a little bit just so, because it's getting a little bit... Ooh, let's see. Okay, so we got it down to 9 knots. Ooh. We got it down to 4 knots. You know what that means? Whoa. One more hit and we're done. Okay. All right. Oh, holy shit. All right, fire spamming the channel. Oh, great. We've got all these customers. Oh, I hate, I hate customers. I mean, who eats this Krabby Patty filth anyway? I mean, sheesh, it's not bad enough I have to put up with SpongeBob, but also his icky snail. Ugh. I mean, and even worse, it's like I've got Patrick lives next to me. Oh my, oh. I just can't wait for my clarinet career to take off. Oh, crap! Now, this is a rarity, by the way. It's occasionally one of these ships decides to ram you, and so that's what it's doing. Now, the good news is it cannot really. I can't really. So all I can do is get out of the way. Oh boy. Okay. Here, let me take a drink of this nice herbal tea. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here a while. See, at least we've got that one troop ship that's like just pretty much disabled, so we can't really do much with it. Fire, that's why I said that's one of my 3 top voices, because I can do, I can do, and I even occasionally do it for class. I mean, in class I've been known to do it once or twice just to But I also read the room. Okay, so I hydrated. Did a Squidward voice, so I'm gonna surface now. I'm gonna surface back up. Hopefully that. I actually teach chemistry, believe it or not. And I would say my specialty, I don't really have a specialty, but I do best with okay students. In other words, what I'm saying is that you know, in other words, if you're an okay student and you're at least willing to work, I'm probably the best fit for you. I don't mean okay. I mean like maybe maybe let's say like a low C student. Okay, so now we're gonna finish them off with a torpedo from our rear end. Okay, so now that ship's gone. So now I think we have 3 more to go. That's the job I'm doing now, and I'm hoping to do it at a new institution. Okay. Okay, 46. Okay, so it looks like this thing's at 4626. This is what we're going to pursue next. Okay. Okay, so we're going to so actually we're going to do another grind your gear redemption. Okay. Grind my gears. Okay, now. So one thing that I've noticed is that, and it's even been expensive before, but the price of soda, especially at a lot of restaurants, has gone through the roof. I mean, I have seen soda prices $3.99 at sit-down restaurants. Now, I'm not saying that that's way out there, but in my opinion, it's getting close to the point where now a Diet Coke fountain drink costs as much as a beer. Now, that being said, when I say, okay, I want ice water, the server gives me this dirty look. I'm sorry. I'm not paying $3.99 for soda. Now, if let's say you want to charge even like 50 cents or like a nominal fee for ice water, if it's good water, I don't mind. You know, but and so I'm one of those that, yes, if I get ice water and you don't charge me for it, guess what? You're getting an extra $2 or 2 on the tip, because I appreciate that. Let's start firing at this thing. I think it's a tanker. Ooh! We got a good solid hit on it. Okay, we did not get a solid hit on that, but still. We're slowly damaging it. Ooh, that was another solid hit. Okay, and so the tipping thing is what really I mean, that is what grinds my gears, especially when they, the servers actually are, at places I eat are actually now know that I do that, and that's why. But of course, keep in mind, as I've talked about in my previous life hacks. Wait, where did those other ships go? Okay, there they are. Where I go to the bar where I can at least eat. Okay. Insults. Have to give you an insult. Well, I would not say you're out of shape. But you know what? I would actually pay you not to wear a gold gym t-shirt. So, are you a harsh grader, Moody? Oh yes. My grading motto is Gandalf's. My grading motto is the same as Gandalf's. None shall pass. No, I'm just kidding. I'm somewhat well. The thing is, I would say I'm harsh because a lot of my materials that I give are pretty objective. You know, it's like, especially in the lower levels, I give multiple choice exams, so it's either right or it's not. You know, you can't be like... But I tend to be fair. I tend to give the students some extra credit opportunities, but I also expect them to adhere to deadlines. I expect deadline adherence, and and so if they don't, then... Oh darn, that missed. Okay, boy. Really? I think I need to extend, yeah, no, wrong way. Okay, now we've got it dialed in. Ooh, this is a tanker. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now we're going to use the technique to finish them off. Wait a minute, they did sink, okay. So I thought, yeah, I needed to finish them off. I guess I didn't. So I think we've got 2 more ships to go. Sorry, I was getting behind. I'm trying really immersed into this battle here. Okay, let's see, which one should I go after? Okay, you're closer. I'm going after you first. Well, I'll tell you what, Fire. I actually remember my first exam I did. And I got the results back. And I actually got a 45. 45%. This was on a physics exam. And I was like, oh man, sheesh. I'm failing. Well, it turns out the average on the exam was like a 38, so I got a borderline. I got like a high C plus. I was like, wow. But yeah, wow. Have I ever caught cheaters in my class before? Oh yes. The one time I would say the one time I caught him was I've caught about 4 or 5 students trying to do what's called falsify data. They use data from a previous semester. Now, how I caught one of them is they actually told me, "Oh yeah, I finished this lab in 20 minutes." I mean, they handed the lab in about 25 minutes after it started. Now, this was a lab where even if I had a group of 20 people, I would never be able to finish the lab. On time, so it was obvious that they cheated. Okay, looks like they're still there, which is good. Um, and I know another one cheated because we changed the unknown numbers, and they actually used an unknown that never existed, or that was from a previous semester. The most recent one I caught was I actually caught someone using a cell phone. It was a lab exam, and one of the students was looking up stuff from a lab exam that I posted, and the person started stuttering, and I'm like, no, no, no. And so they essentially got a 0 in conduct office referral. So, okay. Well, what happened is all they got really was they got a notice that they've got a notice of cheating because, see, if they want to appeal it, they could. But the thing was, the student decided not to appeal it, and was satisfied with the outcome. Because if I really wanted to, I could have failed them for the entire course. But I decided they're just getting a 0 on the exam. So there was no thing that I had to go. The only time I would have to go to the conduct office is if a student disputes it. And I hold that again often over the student. I say, hey, if you go to the conduct office, you know, if you think I'm wrong, go there and we can have a formal hearing. But okay, I'm just gonna sit here and wait because I have still 2 more. Okay, so I've got insults. So got an insult. Okay, I've got the insult. It's a short insult. Well, you know, I would hang out with you, but I would prefer watching grass grow or paint dry than hang out with you. Okay. Okay, so now we got the down to the last. I'm last redeemed for now. A clean joke, which is all right. Okay, so it's not really a joke per se, but it makes me wonder. So they market these things called fanny packs, okay? And people wear fanny packs like on the front. Well, why shouldn't they be worn on the rear? You know, I mean, it's called a fanny pack, and of course, one of the nicknames for fanny, a fanny is a nickname for the word rear. Apparently, now that's probably from the 70s. Nowadays, they probably have a lot more. How can I say risque names for the fanny pack? While we're here, let's look at some of the other keys. F3 that gives us a average visibility, no damage. Whoa, we have sunk 56,200 tons of ships on this mission. Okay, so now it's time to start exploring some of the other Let's look for some more. Let's see. Have you ever heard of Kevin Farkulus? That name does not ring a bell. Kevin Farkulus. I don't know. I'm a bit stumped. Plays pinball. So let's get surfacing. Let's start. And I see a ship out here, so I don't know if it's a single ship or if it's a group of ships bunched together. If it's a single ship, I'm probably bailing. If it's a group of ships, I'm not. I'm not sure what area of the country he's in. I'm not. I do follow some of the streamer. Oh, hey Jeff Quest. No, you're not late. Do I like Andy Dill? I'm gonna say something. Andy Dill. I've actually played against him several times in tournaments. He really can put up some great games. But I've also only one ship, so I'm gonna bail out. As I said, being that I played with him, he's okay. So now we're in trouble. What we need to do now is now that we've been sighted, we're gonna have to kind of get out of the way of this. We're gonna have to go to probably about 150 feet. Okay, as far as the conversation with Andy Dill, he's a thanks. It's kind of not bad for pretty good for the Commodore. He's a great player. He can put up some top-notch scores. And actually, I like the guy. Really good guy. The only problem is sometimes he can get a bit temperamental, and I think that does affect his game. You hear the noise? Oh crap! We didn't dive deep enough. We're in trouble now. So you notice that we're surfacing and we're still diving. Okay, our depth is slowing. We need to really get down deep. Let me finish up about Andy Dill. Good player, sometimes can get a bit moody and a bit inconsistent, but I think he's working on that. But he's cracked the top 100 a couple times. Do I consider myself a pinball goat? Not really even close. I would say I'm a good pinball player, so you know, I usually in tournaments I tend to finish in the middle of the pack. Hopefully we're down far enough that they don't know we're there. So this may be a bit of a waiting game. This may be a bit of a waiting game. Okay, so we have to be careful. We're surfacing a little bit. So now if we check damage, we see that we have some leakage, we have some engine damage, machinery damage. Oh boys. Well, the good news is none of those really are super bad. So we better keep diving because yes, I am JDM. That's my pinball. It's my pinball moniker. But yeah, Andy Dill's really good. He actually finished runner-up in the Indiana State pinball tournament. And so that shows you the type of player he is. Good player. And I'll say he's also funny. He posted something on Facebook, and he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to send the champion I'm going to send the pinball champion an all expense paid trip to wherever he wants during the state finals." So, okay, so we've got some fuel leaking and machinery damage. Oh. Okay, it's an ad break, so I'm gonna... Ad break is over. Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. As I said, we have some damage to the ship. Okay. Oh crap. Okay. Well, now the thing is though, so I'm actually going to go to the map view. And right now, see, I'm hanging out underwater. You see, the problem is, you see that moving white dot? That happened. That is the destroyer. So the destroyer knows that there's something going on. Okay, the destroyer knows there's something going on. So we're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to wait for the destroyer circling us like a hawk. And so the destroyer knows that there's something there. And part of it could be our fuel leak. So this is I hate to say it, this is the boring part of the. I was going to say if you like what you're seeing, click that follow button. But I think most of you have at least clicked that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. White text on light gray background. Yeah, I would say that's a fail. You know, I will agree. It is a negative. You know, there should be some. It's virgin grape juice. What it does actually has some vitamins and minerals in it. You know, I'm actually going to. I may even. You know, as I said, once I get a position, a new position, I'll probably get some sparkling grape juice, of course, non-alcoholic. You know, so. I'm a Murphy's Ghostaholic. Okay, well, see, we're hemorrhaging viewers. Great. No one likes this boring waiting. Let me try something. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We should have done that a long time ago. Yeah, the goal is to actually just blow up random destroyers. Well, not really random destroyers, destroyers that we find. Okay, now we may have a problem here because we can't repair our ship while at sea. You know, we've got the fuel leakage and the engines damage. Now, if we cannot if we cannot catch up to these ships, then what I may do, you notice I don't have a lot of fuel left and I have fuel leakage, so I may have to go in and call it a day. End this game. Now, that being said, I'm gonna still play a second game, but we're gonna. I mean, it's not happening, so I think what I'm gonna do. I hate to end the game, but I'm going. And no, this does not end the stream. Okay, I did not say end the stream. I just said end the game. See, we only have 13 days fuel left. Okay. Okay, so it looks like our Fleet Admiral Class 4. Yeah. Okay. Hey, look at that. I actually, on 3 occasions, I've got... Okay. Okay, so we got some time remaining, so let's play another game. Now here we're going to look at the Japanese Type P destroyer. Okay. I can barely see the silhouette, but let's see. It's got the Mickey Mouse thing. Okay. So I think it's 2. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to up the difficulty. I'm going to go for a commander. And I'm going to at least allow for repairs. Okay, so we're going to play this again, but now we're going to play it at a more difficult level. And so essentially this is going to be probably the last scenario unless we get in trouble. '. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . I'll tell you what we got. Okay. I just want to check one thing before we get back to the fun. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, I actually had a former brother-in-law that was in the Navy, and yes, I saw some of the spaces, and it's cramped. It is a bit. A sub. I mean, why wasn't it a submarine? It was like still a above ground ship, but still the spaces were pretty cramped. Okay, so we're starting a new game. So, I mean, starting a new game, so we're going to still do the same thing. Oop. Okay. Okay, so we're going to see what ships we have. Looks like there's just one. Now that being said, keep in mind that, that doesn't necessarily mean there's just one. Yep, looks like it's just a single destroyer, so guess what we're going to do? We're just going to exit out of there and try to find something with something a little more. Oh, crap! That destroyer sneak attacked me. Okay. So we're going to dive down a little bit because obviously we have a destroyer that's after our ass, pardon my French. And look at this, first thing in the new game, we actually have issues with... now we have engine damage, okay? Really? Oh. Great, we got damaged by a you-know-what. So essentially what we're doing, we're surfacing and we're... So we're going to dive deep a little bit, but if it looks like it's this one destroyer that's bugging us... Okay, we're going to dive down to about 300 because once we hit about 300, that usually we don't get hit by their depth charges. So let's see what damage we have. We have periscope damage and we have engine damage. Now, fortunately, okay, so it's not letting us go because there's still a destroyer close to us. You can hear the destroyer, so. Okay, again, this is John Moody with Moody Mystery. If you like what you're seeing, hey, hit that follow button. You know, again, I'm probably my next project for my second stream anniversary is I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to do I'm going to do Clippies, but there's also a part of me that wants to do a good marathon stream. I already have an idea for that. I already have an idea for kind of a what I call like a marathon stream. I will still be allowed to Okay. Okay, so finally it's decided, okay, where there's no longer a danger to you, so we're just going to let you out of it. Okay, so we got some enemy ships. Let's see what we've got. They're to the south of us, so we're going to it looks like it's evening because it's yep, it's nighttime, so we're going to just Okay, so let's up our you know what, up the time scale. It's backing off the normal time scale, so okay, so we've got a destroyer and it looks like a cargo ship. So, but now remember, we're on a more difficult level, so this is not as trivial to, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to announce our presence. So the destroyer is turning itself around. Okay, so well, we may have to take the hit if they hit us. Yep. Darn it, we missed! Yeah, we know. We hear them. Fortunately, we did not get Fortunately, we did not get damaged by the depth charges. Now, if you notice, under the speed gauge, you see there's this gauge 0, 5, 10, 15. You see the gauge underneath that. You see the gauge is starting to move. That means that we're actually up. That's kind of an indication of how close we are to ground. So that means that we are somewhat in a shallow place. Will we be able to if let's say we get severely hit, would we be able to get to ground? Like sometimes what happens are a destroyer gets so badly damaged. I mean, that you essentially have too much leakage, and so you actually sink to the bottom. If let's say you happen to be in a shallow area like under 4, where the depth is 400 feet or less, you can actually go to the ground and you can actually stay there because you haven't exceeded test depth. Reminds me of that Down Periscope movie where they did that. They kind of, shallow ground got to the, it's a fun movie, by the way. He's got Kelsey Grammer, Rob Schneider, Harry Dean Stanton, a few other good characters. I like it. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie. Now I think what the game is saying is that I'm going to get out of here again if I can. So in other words, it's saying that hey, there's things too close to it. Bing. Now, so repairs completed. So essentially nothing, we have no damage. That being said, we still have, okay. Really? So you can see this part's been boring because all we've done is we've really tried to shoot some destroyers and basically missed them, and now they're like pursuing us. Sorry, I'm watching the All-Star game on the All-Star game on ESPN, and there are two. They're doing a Happy Gilmore thing. There's one person, boss, is wearing a Gilmore jersey, and then another person comes out looks like the caddy. This is too funny. Okay, so apparently we're still in the range of the baddies. Okay, so let's try it again. Really? So I'm not sure how much longer we have to wait until, Really? Let's dive down even further, see if there's maybe a way we can avoid it. So let's stop here. Let's see if it's... Okay, finally it lets us go. Okay, more enemy ships. Okay, so it looks like so it looks like we're at night, and they're to the northeast. No, they're kind of northish to the northwest a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna put the periscope up. There's a little trick we can use. And I know there's probably only one ship here, but you know what? I'm getting a little tired of, not doing anything, so I'm gonna be like, let's at least try to, kill this thing. Okay, so all we're doing is we're essentially getting out of the way. Okay. Let's finally get a convoy here. Okay, we've been getting single ships all the time. It's getting annoying. Finally, a convoy. Okay, I like the good news. The good news that it's coming daylight, so we can probably put up our periscope. Okay. Okay, there's the destroyer. One thing you always want to do in a group of ships is find the destroyer, because usually how it works is the destroyer is usually accompanied by mostly non-hostile ships. Okay, so we're good here, so we're gonna... And by the way, there is an ad break coming up soon. So what I usually do on oh crap, the destroyers see me. Okay, so... Now, why I'm diving down a little bit is because they fired like shots, and so what that means is usually you have to just dive down a little bit just to avoid them. Okay, so there's an ad break. But be right back. Feel free to take the ad break with me. Just wait a little bit. There's lots of them, so it looks like I'm gonna... No, don't be sorry. You have to be, it's called... Okay. Okay, everyone, the ad break is over. So we're back to our regularly scheduled programming, and I actually paused the game. That's what I like about this game. You can pause it, and it looks like we have a destroyer coming at us that we need to kill. Now, if I remember correctly, on these this game, if I remember, we usually need to hit, and it makes it tougher, is if I remember, on level 3, we usually have to fire 2 torpedoes. I'm going to dive down a little bit. That's going to give me a head start on in case. Yeah, we know that destroyers are coming at us. Okay, hopefully 2 of them will hit. Please, come on, Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Yeah, baby! She sunk it. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to go back up top, and we're going to... Now what we're going to do is now we're going to go after the cargo ships. So we got a bunch of cargo ships here, so we're going to see which one eventually we can get to. They're all going at 8 knots. Now, usually what that means when you have 8 knots, that usually means it's nothing really exciting to write home about, but still. Okay, now we have one that's getting close, which is about 2,400 yards. So we want to be a little careful, because some of these ships have been known to ram us, okay? So cargo ships have been known to ram us, so we want to... Okay, come on, let's get a hit. Really? Sorry. Okay, so finally we got a hit on it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our usual trick of our trick of why is it taking so long? This is weird. So what we're trying to do here is we're actually just trying to finish off the ship with what we call an aft torpedo. Again, the reason we use aft torpedoes is they're very tough to deal with in, you know, during the actual game. Okay, good. So what we're going to do, so we've destroyed that one, so now we have a couple more to go after. So now we sunk another enemy ship. That's good, although I forgot that this is level 3 commander, so this is harder. Okay, so we're gonna do a full that's gonna hopefully catch us up slowly. So we're gonna set our gun deflection at 50 yards because so it looks like we're pursuing this cargo ship here. But everything's doing well. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. I'm trying to get back into a schedule. Mondays I play RPG games. I'd actually like to get back into Ultima. Okay. Okay, so we're hitting the ship. Okay, so now we're going to go to 123. So what we can do is we can actually, with 123, we can... Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to... Now, this is going to be the last game, so whether I die or finish, I'm going to call it a day. Okay, so let's go after this troop cargo ship. Okay, good coolness. 50,000. Speise Karten bitte. Okay, so we got a few more cargo ships to go. So I see that there's one within about 3,000 meters, so let's go after that one. Okay, at 3990, so we're going to pursue this. Okay, it's at the gun deflection is 50 yards because this one's moving away from us, I think, so we're going to... Okay, so we passed 2 hour mark, so that usually I like to stream for a couple hours, but hey, I don't mind going a little bit longer. One thing I'm curious about, I don't know if there's a way that Twitch can tell me the first day that I've streamed. It'd be nice if I could, but, you know, I'd say, hey, you know, I think it was in March sometime, March of 2021. Okay. Okay, good. We're starting to loosen up the cargo ship. Now, the fact that it went from 5 knots to 2 knots, that was a good hit. See, I think that one cargo ship attempted a ram. I think they're going to try to ram me, but they decided not to. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. But what we're going to do now is we're going to do some aft torpedoes. You know. Okay, it didn't go down, which is all right. Okay, good. I may have messed up. I'm like, darn, maybe I didn't go far enough. Crap, I could have accidentally sent 2 bow torpedoes. Darn it, Moody. So we're going to do a gun deflection of about 50 yards. Okay, so let's go around a little bit. We need to make sure that we go really far so we don't accidentally shoot bow torpedoes. Let's go at least 135. That way we don't do that mistake again. Okay. Really? So yeah, fired a aft torpedo. Good. Really? Let's try it one more time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to try it another little bit further out. Something different. We're going to just try this again. Really? Now that the ship is aligned differently, let's now try a torpedo. Let's see if the aft torpedo will hit this time. Hopefully it will. Finally! Finally! Damn it, sheesh. Now we still have two more things to go. We still have two more cargo ships to go, but you know what? I can just see this getting to... Okay. Okay, let's see if we can't get this ship. Good. That's a good one. Good one. Nice. Good solid hit with the gun. Okay, good. So 341, we're going to go to 241. We're going to finish this. Oh, I'd like to get a little closer, actually. So this is my preference. Okay, so let's go around a little bit. Let's have some fun with this. Okay, good. We're syncing it, so we're going to and I know there's one more that's somewhere out there. Okay, so we're back to normal time scale. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get really close. I'm probably, about 600. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go bearing 120, 125. Good, again, I want to be more than 90 degrees so I can at least fire an aft torpedo. So I'm gonna finish. This will finish off this convoy, and hopefully we'll be able to. Hopefully we'll be able to attack another convoy. Hope everyone's doing well. This is John Moody of Moody Mystery. Friday I usually play Commodore 64 games, and this one is Silent Service: The Submarine Simulation. Okay, so we're firing an aft torpedo. Aft torpedoes empty damaged. Okay, so there's one. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to wait for one aft torpedo to get loaded. One thing I'm not a fan of is I'm not a fan of waiting games. Now, there's an ad break coming up soon. Okay, note to self. So what I'm going to do is when the ad break comes up, I'm going to we can speed things up a little bit. Okay, so we can do time scale 4. What I do on ad breaks, I'm affiliate, so I do ad breaks, but give you a chance to relax. Gives me a chance to refill my virgin grape drink, which is getting low. So what timescale 4 does, I've speeded up the game so that it'll go faster, and so eventually that aft torpedo tube will be filled. Okay. Let's see if the aft tube has been refilled. And yes, it has. Good. So we're going to get back to our periscope screen, and we are going to sheesh! This ship is freaking made of lead, like some type of unknown metal that's like impervious to everything. Sheesh. Okay. No. Okay, so the ad break is over. And so what I need to do is I could not destroy that ship with just the aft torpedo, so I'm going to actually have to pivot and actually use the bow torpedoes, which is alright. It makes things easier, but but I'm running low on them. Finally, we zinc it. Okay. Okay, so now we're in enemy ships. Okay, so we're going to see what we've got here. Let's see what we got here. We got some so we want to move faster because we want to see what ships we have. It looks like we may have one. If we just have one, we're going to continue exploring. Because I only see one dot. And as I said, one ship is really not worth it. Okay, now the destroyer decided to fire at us, so we're gonna dive. We're gonna dive just in case the destroyer decides to drop some you know what's on us. Okay, so what I'm hoping is I'm hoping that we are deep enough that it'll let us. Oh, okay. So we have to dive even further, and this is one of those cases where it's like, okay, now you see we don't have a lot of ammo left. We're out of aft torpedoes, and we actually have 8 more bow torpedoes, so we don't have a lot more opportunities. So I'm going to dive down even further. Usually if I dive down to maybe 350, it tends to be like, hey, out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so let's see if we can continue. Oh, it's still going to say export. So I'm going to push the time scale up to 4. We're just going to chill out way down here in the depths. Okay, so let's go back to normal. Let's see if we can't get. Okay, good. So let's probably one more convoy, and then it'll, you know. Okay, so we got some enemy ships. Okay, so it looks like they're southeast of us. Gonna surface, and we're kind of going almost in that direction. So we're just gonna. Oh yeah, okay. I think this is probably going to be the last one because it's like. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Push up the time scale. Okay, so we got a really quick time scale going here. Let's go back up to 4 because we want to. Really? See, I hit normal, okay? I hit N for normal time scale, and you freaking take me to the map, okay? You stupid game. Okay, so we do got some destroyers here. So we're going to let them come closer to us. Now, how do we know they're oh crap. So one of the destroyer just knows that we're here, so they fired. So what we do if we know they fired, they at least know that we're here. So now what they're going to do is they're going to turn around. They're going to come at us. Okay. Again, whenever they fire at us, we're going to dive because that at least saves us. But see, they know they were coming at us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually diving a little bit because that way, in case I miss them. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I think we destroyed it. Yes, we destroyed it. So now let's deal with the rest of the ships. We're gonna surface and we're gonna do F5. Oh crap, oh yeah, scope underwater. We have to wait till we get to 45. Okay, we're good. So now we can start. So now we can start going after the other ships. This one we're definitely going after. This one I think is either a troop ship or a it's either a troop ship or a tanker. Troop ship, good. Ooh, got a tanker. But the troop ship is closer. Let's go after that first. Let's have a bit of a gun deflection so we can... Okay. Okay, so we're going to slowly approach it. We're usually about 1,400, 1,300 yards. That's what I usually like to fire. It was a good solid hit. Anytime you reduce the speed by about half, that means it's a solid hit. Okay, now remember that we no longer have aft torpedoes, which is all right. So now what we can do, we can actually use a bow torpedo, and that makes things a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to stop. Yep, that's definitely a tanker. So we're going after the tanker. Okay, we like tankers. Yes, I like tankers. Do you like tankers? Yes, I like tankers. So again, we're going to wait till about 1,400 yards to start shooting. Let's start now. Let's shoot now. Okay, now we've got it dialed in. Okay, I don't know how many more shots we have. Let's see if that'll take it out. Okay, let's see if we can take it out with this torpedo hit. Wow, so we've got 19 guns and 2 torpedoes. I'm not sure if we can clear this entire space out, but if we're going to do, let's go for tankers. great, Moody. We're having some fun. Okay, good. We've sank that. Okay, so we have 11 gunshots left and 1 torpedo. I don't know if there's any more ships to be sunk here. I think there is. Okay, so what's this? It's a cargo ship. So that's cargo ship. What's this? Tanker, okay. We're going after this bloody mess. Okay, our goal is to sink this. Our goal is we're going to bloody sink this ship. Okay, got a thrift store clothing redeemed from Fire 1X. Thank you. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to I'm actually close to finishing the game here, not because I'm good at finishing, but because I have. Oh crap. Because but I do have Fire 1XYZ. If you could please, I have an idea for Thrift Store Redemption. Please try to give me a subcategory. What would you like to see? Would you like to see, like, you know, athletic stuff? You know, maybe championship stuff? You know, if you have something special you'd like to see in Thrift Store, like Greek stuff, like fraternity, sorority. Okay, apparently our deck gun is empty. Okay. So we've got 1 torpedo. This is the question. Can we sink this ship with our remaining torpedo? If we can, yes. If not, then... Bow torpedo fired. So let's see what happens. Will we sink it? Yes! Yes! We sank it! That's going to get us another 7,000 tons. Yeah, baby. This was perfect. We have no torpedoes, no deck guns. We barely sank the last ship. So you know what that means? To quote Eric Cartman, oh really? Okay. Really, stupid game? So, Fire, if you have a specific topic, let me know. If not, I'll pick one at random, because I don't mind, you know, you're picking things. Okay. So I guess this is what we have to do. I guess we have to dive. Well, I think what's happening is, see, there's ships out there, so we just need to dive a little bit. But fire, I will be doing your thrift store redeem. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna finish the game here, and then I'm gonna do the thrift store redeem for fire XYZ, and then we're gonna raid someone. I already know who we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid the Murphy's Ghost Addict. Holy moly! WGSC. That means World's Greatest Submarine Commander. Heck yeah! Okay. Oh crap, really? Udi? Shit. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna get some cool thrift store clothing for the redemption, and then we are raiding. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna do the thrift store clothing redemption. I've got a bunch. This is gonna be big. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Okay, so this one is Juniata basketball. Now, by the way, Juniata College is actually where I went as an undergraduate. They used to be called the Indians. Sorry, put this around me. So Juniata College is where I went to go as an undergraduate. They used to be called the Indians, but political correctness made them change their name to the Golden Eagles. Okay. Right now I'm working at Indiana State. So this is an Indiana State football shirt. Again, found it at a thrift store, probably a couple bucks. Okay. Where I got my master's degree. Got my master's degree from the University of Delaware, the Delaware Blue Hens. Their motto is, "We're a bunch of mean mother cluckers." Ha ha ha. Get it, mother cluckers? And last, another Indiana State. This one says Indiana State Track and Field. So, and that's the thing, it's, and so I wear those and people think, oh, you're an athlete. So that's the thrift clothing store redemption. Hey, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had a great time tonight. I just loved all of the people that came into chat. We had a very active chat. We had a good bit of viewers. I'm going to be back on Monday. I'm really debating on if I want to continue Ultima back up again, because I have an Ultima game that's in progress. I'd love to do that. But I'm going to get back into streaming my regular Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But we are going to raid Jeff Quest, who was in here earlier. There was someone else I wanted to raid, but they're actually gone now. So let's raid Jeff Quest, who's probably pounding on some Murphy's Ghosts. So let's see. So thank you again, and y'all have a great night. I'll see you Wednesday.